Hello and welcome to a Modern Horizons 3 draft. I'm paulcheon, and today we are sitting at Diamond 3. Diamond 3, so hopefully we can get to maybe Diamond 2 at the end of this draft. We've been having a pretty good run. 3 of the last 4 drafts, we've gotten a trophy. We've drafted Eldrazi a bunch, but we had a really nice red-white energy deck in the last draft. So hoping to keep this going, maybe explore some other archetypes, and win some trophies along the way. Now, before this draft fires, I did want to say this video is brought to you by heavyplay.com. Heavyplay.com is the place to go to for premium Magic the Gathering supplies. If you want deck boxes, sleeves, playmats, they have a lot of goodies there. The link to heavyplay.com is in the description below. heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your next purchase. All right, let's hop in this draft here and see if we can... Oh, let's go right away. All right, what are we starting out with here? Okay, a couple of interesting options. Sevine's Reclamation is decent. It gives you some good value. Sowing Mica Spawn is okay. It's a 4-mana 3/3 that gets you a land. It's nothing that special. Ajani Fell's the Godsire, though, I think is pretty good. 5 mana, ETB, exile target creature an opponent controls with power 3 or greater. Then you make a 2/1 white cat token, then put a vigilance counter on a creature, then a creature gets double strike. Twist the Riddle Keeper is fantastic, and so is Breathe Your Last and Horrific Assault. So if I want to really actively avoid going Eldrazi again, probably don't take the Horrific Assault. So I think it's just going to be a Johnny Fell's the Godsire. Also, there's Twisted Riddle Keeper, but I do think this card is quite strong. So I want to try this Saga and see where things go. And now there's an Emperor. Wow, there's 2 rares. Emperor of Bones and Fanatic of Ronus. This is a nice mana ramp creature. With Ferocious, you get 4 green. So if you want to do the Eldrazi ramp thing, this thing is amazing. But there's Emperor of Bones. It's a 2-mana 2/2. At the beginning of a combat on your turn, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. 2 mana, adapt 2. So it's a 4/4. This card's got to be awesome. I mean, Galvanic Discharge is also very, very good. Second best common in the set, I think, behind Writhing Chrysalis, which, by the way, is like one of the best commons of all time. So don't pass Writhing Chrysalis. But there's a Galvanic Discharge, but I'm going to take Emperor of Bones just because I want to try out the rare. Like, I can completely believe that Galvanic Discharge is a better card, but it's early in the format, right? You're watching me try out a lot of these archetypes. We're going to learn along the way and hopefully also win some matches. So black-white, we have 2 premium cards to start with, so can't complain about that. And now we have this pack. Envoy of the Ancestors, I like a pretty fair amount. Modified creatures you control have lifelink, and I think... being able to race your opponents while having a bunch of modified creatures is pretty nice. Ajani modifies creatures because it puts a vigilance counter, and Emperor of Bones is modified. I do think I like that a lot more than the Indebted Spirit and the Dream Drinker Vampire or the Mandibular Kite. Kite is very good though, but let's take the Envoy. This is a nice little start here for a black-white modification deck. Granted, we don't necessarily have to be black-white. We did take the Emperor of Bones, but certainly want to be white here. Area Auxiliary, I think, is incredible. I have it as white's best common, not close, and I'm going to slam it here. Emissary of Soulfire is also pretty nice if I want it to be maybe a blue-white deck, but when there's an Area Auxiliary in the pack, I can just slam it, and we are just doing the modification thing. Great start. Come on, folks! Come on, folks! You can't do this. There should never, ever, ever be a Writhing Chrysalis in a pack pick 5. That is just, that makes me sad. That should never happen. Anyways, not going to take it for us. We are going to take probably Hexgold Slith here. It keeps us in white. Basking Brood Scale is also pretty nice if I wanted to be green-white modification. I don't know if it's that much better than Hexgold Slith anyways, and all I need to do is put the first counter on this, and this becomes modified as well. I do think Decree of Justice is not that great unless you have a lot of spawns that can help you play this for like 3 or 4 mana, for X equals 3 or 4. So yeah, let's go ahead and take the Hexgold Slith and at least just try to cut off the aggressive white cards, and then see what our second color needs to be. Here I'll take Thraben Charm as just our a decent removal effect. Nothing else really that's great out of this pack, to be honest. Tempest Harvester can be okay if I want it to be blue-white energy. right? That's also something that I can consider. But I do think the charm is good enough where I can just keep taking white cards and figure out what the second color should be. So let's take the Raven Charm here and move on. Yeah, definitely not seeing much black. So what is my second color? I don't know that I'm seeing a lot of red energy, but I am seeing Tempest Harvesters, so maybe that's where I want to be. I'm not a big fan of Molten Gatekeeper. Void Pouncer is better in like an Eldrazi aggro deck. Not a sneaky snacker deck. All right, let's take Tempest Harvester in case blue-white is where we need to be. And it seems that way. It seems that way. Riddlegate Gargoyle is just very, very solid. I think it's much better than Electrozoa. There's Victimize, but this has a pretty high setup cost. And I found that in this format, it's not that easy to just fill up your graveyard and set this up. So I'm not going to go with that, and I'm not going to go with the Windswept Heath. So let's take the Riddlegate Gargoyle. It does feel like blue-white might be the color combination that we need to be. After second picking Emperor of Bones, we just didn't see a whole lot of black afterwards. Here, double Warped Tusker. I do like this card. Skoa Ember Mage is fine, but if I want to be a blue-white tempo, nothing wrong with Petrifying Meddler, to be honest. So let's go ahead and take that. And yeah, setting up for some kind of a blue-white tempo deck here. There is a Nyxborn Unicorn that I can take if I want to be aggressive, or a Perilous Landscape. I'm going to take the Landscape. It's just a blue-white land. The Unicorn, I found it's okay, but kind of replaceable. So not going to take it there. I'll take the Transmogrant if there's some weird world where we swap back into black-white. It's not like our blue cards are absolutely absurd. We're mostly white. If we open a bomb and like an absolute bomb in another color in pack 2, I mean, we're certainly set up to potentially swap colors here. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. Loud and clear. Loud and clear, everybody. Blue-white energy is kind of where I need to be. Okay? Blue-white energy is where I need to be, and we have a really great start to that with everything that we have here. So happy with this start so far. And there's the Decree of Justice. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of this card. I actually don't even think it's particularly good. Like, I'll have it here on the side, but I don't know that I want to play this unless I'm able to ramp. This just doesn't give you enough value. Think about it this way. 6 mana for a 4/4 flyer. Are you happy with that? Not really. 8 mana for 2 4/4 flyers is okay, but it costs 8 mana, and you're not ramping. And then when you cycle, it's like 4 mana for a 1/1 draw card. Is that good? I don't think so. All right, what do we have here? Angel of the Realm, I love. Heragast is obviously insane, but I can't emerge it. I mean, there's also Royal Cartographer. How good is this card? Landfall, get an energy. Blue-white's kind of doing the energy thing, I guess. But I don't know. I think this is like a really awesome top-end card that can also get me 2 lands. So I'm going to take Angel of the Realms here. There's also Strength of the Harvest, which is a decent spell land. But I do think Angel is a pretty top-tier, top-end option. Oftentimes you can just kill like an artifact or enchantment as well with this card. Wow, we have 2 amazing options here. Voltstorm Angel, which is a nice energy card, and Pearl Ear Imperial Advisor. 3 mana for a 3/4 lifelink. Enchantment spells you cast have affinity for auras. Whenever you cast... Oh, so it's for the modification deck. This isn't really modifying. I think the Angel might be better. Yeah, I mean, this is also double white, so it's hard to cast on turn 3. This is double white, but it's a 5-drop. And blue-white tends to be the energy color combination. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Voltstorm Angel here. And move on. Okay, moving on to this pack, we have... Ooh, Breathe Your Last is good. But for us, it's Ether Spike and Mandibular Kite. Huh. I mean, given that I'm blue-white, I feel like I want to be doing the energy thing now. So I think I take Ether Spike over Mandibular Kite. But I'm actually not sure. How aggressive am I? Kite? I'll take the Ether Spike. I'm actually not confident that that was the pick. Okay? So I will say that. Mandibular Kite's also pretty good. Here's a 2-mana 2/1 flyer. I do like this card a lot, so I will take it. Emrakul's Messenger. 2 mana for a 2/1 flyer. When you draw your second card, you create a spawn. So blue has a lot of cantrip effects, so it's really easy to create spawns to ramp, which can get me to some of my more expensive cards. Maybe even Decree of Justice. Devourer of Destiny is excellent if you're Eldrazi. Path of Annihilation, also excellent if you're Eldrazi. Inspired Inventor is just okay as an energy card. I think I'm slamming the Emrakul's Messenger here, though. Yeah, you know, I really don't know. I really don't know if I should have taken... anyways, that is beyond us now. Wrath of the Skies. How good is this card in blue-white? How good is this card in blue-white? I mean, I'm going to make enough energy, I feel, where I should try this card out. There's also Drowner of Truth, which is pretty good. And like, this is definitely a for science pick because it depends on how aggressive I want to be. But if I want to be a little bit slower, I can certainly see myself setting up for a pretty big Wrath of the Skies. Here, I'll take Electrozoa. I mean, I'm just taking all the energy cards here and seeing how things go. Am interested in some more interaction, so I do like Thraben Charm a lot. So I will take it here over Electrozoa. I think this is one of the weaker energy cards, to be honest. So I'll take Thraben Charm here as removal effect number like 2 or 3 here. Now we have Rose-Cut Knight, which I don't think has that many hits. So I'll take Proud Pack Rhino. Nothing wrong with Proud Pack Rhino. Fine curve card. 3 mana, 3/3 with a shield is nice. And maybe sometimes you can proliferate, get a counter from the Hex Gold Slith, or get an extra energy. So let's go take that for the deck. And now we have... I think I'll probably take Waterlogged Teachings. I have I have a Thraben Charm or an Ether Spike that I can get. It's just a spell land. And I have lots of playables already, so I think this is a pretty good time for us to just take a spell land for our deck. Now we have this pack where I love Serum Visionary. I like it more than Expel the Unworthy, so I'll just take that here. Oh, never mind. The Mandibular Kite tabled. So we are heavy on playables. No shortage of playables. Consigned to Memory. Take it for the sideboard if you're doing a Pro Tour draft, right? Great against Eldrazi decks, but probably something you don't want to main deck. I wonder how good Envoy of the Ancestors is here. How many ways am I modifying? I guess I have the Airy Auxiliary, rather. Another Decree of Justice. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. There's a Proud Pack Rhino here. There's a Riddlegate Gargoyle as well, which is a pretty solid energy card. But hear me out here. We have tons of playables, and I think Glasswing Grace is a premium spell land that can just win you the game in the late game and also acts as a mana source. We have lots of playables, and I do think Riddlegate Gargoyle has a chance of tabling. So I'm going to take Glasswing Grace here as another spell land, just because we have so many playables already. Now we have the choice between Hydroelectric Specimen and Mandibular Kite and Ether Spike. I don't know that I want 2 of these. I'll take another Ether Spike, I guess. I think Hydroelectric Specimen kind of stinks. So I just count that as a land for the most part. So that's why I'm not putting as high of a high value on that card relative to some of the other things that we've seen. I do like Deem Inferior as a removal spell. Every now and then, this costs 2 mana because I have Tempest Harvester and Serum Visionary. So I do like that as interaction. Muster the Departed is better in a sacrifice deck. I'm not the biggest fan of Tamiyo Meets the Story Circle. So let's go ahead and take Deem Inferior as interaction. And what do we have here? Phyrexian Tower. That's interesting. I mean, I don't really care about sacrificing things. I guess I'll just take a Copy Crook. I just want to try this card. It's a 4-mana clone. It's a little hard to cast, but it's a clone that lets you connive, and there's plenty of big things in this format to copy. So let's go ahead and try the Copy Crook. And here we have the choice between Tempest Harvester or Waterlogged Teachings. 25-22. I mean, this is going to give us a lot of tap lands, but we do have good instants to get. It's a land that gets me an instant. This is also quite good, though. With the Emrakul's Messenger. I'm going to take the Teachings with, again, the thought process that we are going to have more than enough playables and see what happens. Now what do we take? Do we take Waterlogged Teachings number 3 or the Hydroelectric Specimen? Do we want some diversity here? We already have 3 tap lands. I mean, I'll just keep taking these. I think this one's way better than this. And I don't like the Reform very much unless I can sacrifice it. Here, I'll take the Electrozoa. Now what do we have? The white kind of dried up here. Nothing for us, really. I guess I'll take Cephalid Coliseum, but I'm probably unlikely to play it. And this is the pack where we're hoping the Riddlegate Gargoyle tables. Boom! I think we were the only blue-white drafters. I'm just going to throw that out there. I think we might have been the only ones. The Tempest Harvesters probably won't table, though. But it also works with cards with Flash. So I can actually get Electrozoas, which is pretty nice. I mean, it's very slow, but it's an option. Oops. Copy Crook definitely want to play. I'll play Expel the Unworthy, potentially. Alright, this deck looks okay. Not insane, but we'll see how it does. Alright, now before we go on to build this deck, I did want to say, if you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, I do have a Patreon channel. The link to the Patreon is in the description below, patreon.com/paulcheon. I want to give a special shout out to all the current patrons. Thank you so much for your support, as it allows me to continue making this content on a daily basis. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, something like that. So 17 lands plus Angel of the Ruins. And then these are the spells. Let's clean this up super quick. You know, this does feel more like it's a tempo deck than anything, so I think Wrath of the Skies probably isn't great here, right? Look at this deck. I just feel like Wrath of the Skies plus Mandibular Kite doesn't belong in the same deck. So I think I'm going to cut this. And yeah, it looks like we're going to try to curve out. I am, like I said before, I am regretting not taking the second Tempest Harvester though, but it is what it is. Need to cut one more card. It might be Expel the Unworthy. Yeah, I don't like this card very much. It just gains my opponents way too much life when I'm trying to beat them down, so. Alright, let us try this configuration. Okay, on the play here, and we have 2 Plains Angel of the Ruins and all blue cards, so sadly have to mulligan that hand. We're gonna keep this and figure out what we're bottoming. I think I'm on the play. Feel like I'm gonna be tapping out every turn, so I think I'd rather just not have the counterspell. I didn't see any Tune to Narratives. Yeah. Which one's better here? I'll play the Gargoyle. Just gives me more energy. There's the Cartographer. I don't think I need to give lifelink just yet. I'd rather have the energy so that my Electrozoa can just continue attacking. Okay. Land energy for our opponent, and alright. No land here. No land here. Well played, Arena. Well played. Okay. I guess I should have kept the counterspell. I just thought I was gonna draw land number 3. Like I had two 2-drops to play, so I just figured then I'm gonna play the 3-drop, then I'm gonna play the Demon Inferior. So I think for that reason I just thought I was gonna be okay, but Alright, Static Prison from the opponent. Alright, give me a land. Oh my gosh, thank you. Alright, how do I want to do this? I think I just want to play the Rhino and give it a shield counter. Make it so they can't kill this with the Galvanic Discharge. Another Royal Cartographer, okay. So they're going to be able to generate lots and lots of energy here. Oh my gosh. The dream! The dream! I don't know how good the Cartographer is, but certainly, I mean, I've never seen it draw 3 cards. Yeah, but, I mean, simply can't win if you, miss the land drops with this deck. The thing is, our opponent's deck also just looks really solid. But we also just kind of had a little bit of a rough start. How many Royal Cart... Did they keep it on top? I don't think they did. Oh my gosh. They're just doing it. They are truly doing it. I hope your hand is 4 more Royal Cartographers. I mean, if they spend an energy here, they won't be able to draw cards. Unless they have another fetch land. Like, Perilous Landscapes into plus the Royal Cartographers is an awesome combo. I mean, on the bright side, they're at 7, but they're just up so many resources. They've looked at 7 more cards. Granted, they fetched 2, but that means they've still looked at 5 more cards than we have. What the heck? Okay. Land. Come, you gotta at least give me a land here. If I had a land, I could have given this wings and attack for lethal. That's so unfortunate. It costs 4 to equip, right? Yeah. Well, at least we have the Ether Spike here, right? And this should basically counter anything. So all we need to do is just dodge removal on the Electrozoa or draw a land. But this was just... yeah. This draw is kind of one of those where you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna walk away from my keyboard for a little bit and just reset. That's what this game is. We've all had those, right? All right, they're out. I mean, okay. Okay. It would be really funny if they lost to just the Electrozoa. They have 7 cards in hand with 6 mana available. Okay. Deep Analysis is good. No way. What did... You know what this is? This was probably just the biggest example of like too much wheel spinning, right? There's like a limit to, like, I know drafting card draw spells is nice, but like at some point you have to be like, okay, I gotta take some interaction or some flying creatures or what have you. They looked at so many cards. That's so wild. I did not expect to win that game. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, fine hand here. 3 lands, Thraben Charm, Emissary of Soulfire, Proudpack Rhino, and the Auxiliary. 2-drop would be ideal. So if we can find a Gargoyle off the top. Oh, that's a 2-drop. I'll take it. What color do I want to get with this? Do I have a double blue card in my deck? I do. I have Copy Crook, so I think I probably just want to... Hexgold Slith really wants you to be on the play, though. But let's see if I have a double white card in my deck. Yeah, I do have some double white cards as well. 2, 3 double? Okay, we'll just get a plains. Oh, alright, well. It is what it is. Yeah, red-green Eldrazi with a turn 2 Nightshade Dryad is terrifying. Like, I already don't feel good about my chances. We'll see what they play. Oh, that is surprisingly terrible. I am in for that. Huh. I can give this first strike. I don't need to put Exalted on the Emissary right now. Oh, no, I do. Yeah. All right. It's got 3/2. It's got a counter. Proudpack Rhino. Can you give it a shield counter? I mean, they have infinite mana, though. And this is the problem, right? Oh, wow. They didn't have an Eldrazi, so that's lucky for us. Fanged Flames, okay. I kind of want to try to get max value here with the Auxiliary. The question is whether or not I want to put a shield counter on the Hexgold Slith or Proliferate. Because I can Proliferate, and that puts a +1/+1 counter and gives me an energy. I mean, maybe the play is Area Auxiliary? I actually don't know. Or maybe I should just play in the Electrozoa. I gotta think about this. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna play the Flyer. I'm not getting maximum value on this, but it just uses the most mana. And they can choose to block or not, it's fine. Hexgold Slith is going to be gigantic. Alright, we got to eat a Scion, sure. Or a Spawn. Because now next turn we can go Proudpack Rhino into Thraben Charm. Or Electrozoa into Thraben Charm, depending on what they have. And, I mean, that's pretty solid. Worn Power Stone. Okay. So, Here's the interesting thing about this. Shield counter or proliferate? I think I like proliferate. Because now my Hexgold Slith, if they don't block with the Priest, I think they might. But if they don't, then this is just a 6/5 first striker, so... Or a 5/4 first striker? Okay, Glimpse, what do they have? They can play Kozilek's Command for 4. Or they can play a 7/5. Kozilek's Command for 5? Oh, they can play... They can do a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna lie. They have 7 mana here. They can Kozilek's Command and play Utter Insignificance as well. Wow, what a hit here off the Glimpse. Oh, the Eldrazi decks. They are inevitable. They could also just play Territory Color plus Utter Insignificance. Okay. Sure. Alrighty. Why does this thing have reach? Just all the green creatures have reach. It's kind of ridiculous. Alright, we got them down to 8. We don't know what else they have left in their hand. Oh, it looks like they're out of action, though. Let's attack with our flyers. Okay. They're at 2. Come on. Woo! Thraben Charm. I was not high enough on that card. I need to move that up in my rankings. Proof that if you curve out and have the appropriate removal spell, if you have the appropriate removal spell for whatever big creature your opponent plays, you can still win. You can still win. All right. On the play here. I think I'm going to hold the Glasswing Grace. I have 3 lands. This card is fantastic, so I'm going to keep it here. Might want to give it flying. Alright, at least we were on the play this time, so hopefully the Hexgold Slith can continue to grow. I love this little creature, by the way. On the play turn 2, it does a lot of work. Alright, we got a 3/2 here. And... got an Emrakul's Messenger. We can use Thraben Charm. I mean, it depends on kind of what they choose to do here. Oh, they had a Thraben Charm of their own. Okay. Oh, what a draw. Yes. Actually, I should have attacked first. But I mean, I think they would have killed it anyways. Do I want this land? I kind of want the Emissary of Soulfire more. It's not bad on this spot. I haven't played a land this turn. I guess I don't want the land. I gotta think here. Yeah, I mean, I probably need to play this land. The thing is, I'm pretty close to being able to hardcast Angel of the Ruins, which I think is probably going to be a better effect than the Glasswing Grace anyways, right? Because next turn I can go Emissary of Soulfire into Thraben Charm. Yeah, Thraben Charm, whew. Thing's gonna hit hard. There it is, the mythic common of the set. Do not ever pass this card. Writhing Chrysalis is completely unreasonable. I really have no idea what they were thinking with this one. Why does it have reach? Why is it a 2/3? Why does it make 2 spawns? Like, maybe if you wanted to make 2 spawns, it can be like a 1/2? 2/3 is just... I don't know if you looked at the stats. This right now, this common has a 66% games in hand win rate. It's completely unheard of. All right. At least we can kill it, I think. Oh, man. It's just like you don't have to do anything. You just play Writhing Chrysalis, that's it. There you go. Oh, they didn't sack a... They could have sacked these two, adapted, and proliferated everything. I think that might have been... Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, this should be enough damage, right? Even if they kill one of my creatures with like a signature slam, it still takes 6. Yeah, so had they sacked these two, yeah, this would have been a 4/4. Yeah, that would have been bigger too. I'm gonna keep up Ether Spike, although I will say it's going to be pretty unlikely that Ether Spike is going to be able to get it done here, given that they have the 3 spawns. I can Ether Spike for 3. Adapt? Oh, maybe it's the, maybe it's a bite spell? Or I guess they're just gonna play a creature here, right? Oh, wow! We actually get to counter this. Think I want to do that. So we need one more land to just cast Angel of the Ruins. This thing gets in for 3, puts them down to 7, and then we have a lethal attack with the 2 flyers. There it is. Do they have any... No. Exalted. What a random mechanic to bring back. Okay, we got 2 ginormous flyers. I will not target Angel of the Ruins. That is ridiculous that it can target itself. All right. What do you have for Angel of the Ruins? I mean, it's always scary when you play against these Eldrazi decks. Although they're kind of green-white, so maybe they're more on the... What is the word? I forgot what their green-white deck's trying to do. Augment? Is that what it is? I can't, my brain just isn't working right now. What is it? Adapt? Modified. There it is. Modified. Green-white modify. Signature Slam would work. Signature Slam would kill my Angel of the Ruins. If they target their metastatic Evangel, then it deals 4+3. Signature Slam, phenomenal removal spell if that's what they have. See, why the hell? Okay, this also has reach. That offends me. I forgot that this also has reach. So, Nyxborn Hydra, Writhing Chrysalis, the 6/8 green Eldrazi also has reach. Like, why? Oh my gosh. I don't understand. So this box here just... Oh, jeez. Okay. I mean, we don't have a good attack. This attacks for 6. So they block my 2 biggest... Okay. Sure. Why? Man... Can you imagine... Angel of the Ruins, if I just waited 2 turns. Look at this. I would have killed both of these things. I think this gets it done, though. Wow. All right. So they block here. They take 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. One reach card. Okay. Whew. That Mandibular Kite is nice. Should I play... How many Mandibular Kites do you want in your decks that are looking to be somewhat aggressive? At least 1. Possibly 2. Card seems really nice. Okay. It doesn't look like we have that many lands, but we do. I think Waterlogged Teachings is significantly worse than Glasswing Grace. We're on the play, so let's play the Hexgold Slith and hope. Aww. Sadness. Let's play another Waterlogged Grove. Next turn we can do this. The Perilous Landscape. That can get us the white source. What the heck? Chill out, bro. Number 3? Number 3? I mean, at least I still have 8 energy. I don't know if I have a good way to use the energy. We have so much energy. I'm gonna use some of that energy. I'm gonna hold the Glasswing Grace just because I feel like we're at a point where lands or spells are good. So I'll just keep that. I know I can play the Petrifying Meddler, but I don't have that many more expensive cards. If I draw the Jolt Angel or whatever, the Voltstorm Angel, I guess that would be pretty bad, but... Alright, look at them. They're just... Alright, they are... going to town with these Accursed Marauders. More energy. I think I'm happy enough with the trade here. Oh. I think I want to just kill the Dream Drinker Vampire, honestly. Because then if I draw a land, I can Petrifying Meddler this. So let's just do that. Okay, so yeah, we can just go Petrifying Meddler, stun this, and attack for 5. I don't need to spend energy to gain life right now, I don't think. I will spend it next turn to give the Meddler. Oh, I can give the Meddler wings. No! I hate you! I hate you! What is... Okay. Alright. Oh, they kept it on top? Interesting. Alright. Tempoed them out. Those Accursed Marauders almost got us. Also, I didn't realize we were playing against rank 124. Okay. Diamond 2! The climb continues. Getting very close to Mythic. We are having a super nice run here. Let's keep it going. 4-0. Okay. This hand's a little bit slow, but I'm going to keep it. 3 lands. Like, it's a fine hand, but would certainly like... I'm going to play a tap land there. I feel like I have a lot of spell lands in my deck. So whenever you have one in your opener, you often just want to play it out. Just everybody just doing the cartographer fetch land nonsense. Dreamtide Whale. What? Okay. You know, that's a lot of damage. Let's just do this for now. Okay. I mean, I guess there's a... Oh, no. That's what I want to do. Yeah, for sure. Let's play Riddlegate Gargoyle, and then we can counter the Dreamtide Whale. I feel like they're gonna try to do some shenanigans with it, so... I just, like, if they put that in their deck, they're probably going to do some stuff with it, so... I don't think they have a land here, though. Oh, they have a tap land, sure. Okay. Kind of interesting. Do I want to get this going? I think I'm just gonna play the Visionary. Smooth out my next few draws. Don't want any more lands. Do I want Waterlogged Teachings? I don't think so. It's just really slow. Like, if I naturally draw it, it's fine. I'll keep the Ether Spike, though. I feel like I have enough energy where that's going to be fine. Definitely don't want to spend energy here. I'm going to kill the Cartographer. No more energy for you. We have an extra Thraben Charm here. Oh! Are you kidding me? What a combo! Alright. How does this work? Whenever another permanent leaves the battlefield? Okay. They have blue. I'm not gonna lie to you. There was a little bit of a timing tell there. I ran this out and just nothing happened, so I felt like it was pretty clear I could play the Thraben Charm. Yeah, that's just an arena thing, sadly. We'll let that happen. Alright. It's okay. I'd rather just have Ether Spike for 5 mana here, so... Don't care about Hexgold Slith. And... let's attack for 6. Happy enough with the double block. Let's Outlast. And... Philia, Exuberant Shepherd. Does that do much? I don't think so. Like, what are they doing with the Philia? Oh, sure. Like, they're at 4 life. It's not a big deal. Yep. Alright. We got that one. Thraben Charmed continues to impress. And we are sitting at 5-0. 5-0 with blue-white. Okay. 2 more to go. Can we get a clean 7-0? Okay, on the play. Certainly keeping. Turn to Hexgold Slith. Love to see it. Although, don't have any crazy things to do with it. Oh, look at that. They get to dig, I guess? Well, hopefully they have an extremely slow Eldrazi hand, given that they kept a hand with the 7-lander. But if they have a nice curve, it's going to be pretty hard to beat. Alrighty. What did they exile? Some lands? Okay, so that means their hand is like all action. Alright, so we have Hexgold Slith into... The thing is, turn 2, they're most likely going to play the Death Touch creature or nothing. I like nothing. They can't have anything here, can they? I mean, if they do, I have no idea what it can be. Maybe they're just thinking about what they can sacrifice here. Turn 3, they can play Repurposer, or if they're green-red. Yeah, I mean, Repurposer would be the best thing. Okay. Alright, well, at least we're still gonna have a play this turn. I'm gonna be able to... I'm gonna fetch for a plains, counter whatever it is they cast here. Let's do it for 1. Do it before the spawn comes in. And then we'll go ahead and fetch a plains. Alright. I think I'm gonna go with the Electrozoa here, so that I can get a little extra value. It still hits for 3 in the air. I know it costs me energy, but then I get the extra counter with the Area Auxiliary, so it's fine. Let's play the Electrozoa. Okay, I guess we get to keep the Waterlogged Teachings. We'll take action here. I will play the Area Auxiliary. I do need to give this first strike, sadly. Yeah. Because they have the Evolution Witness. But then now, like, my Electrozoa might not be able to attack. So they get a Repurposer back. So, I mean, this is the issue with these Eldrazi decks. They can just chump forever. And that's extremely annoying. Now they're going to be able to ramp into the Devourer of Destiny. And yeah, it's just... It's like not much you can do, really. Is it a 6/6? Is it a cast trigger? Oh, whoa, they sacrificed this so they don't have a colorless source for the Devourer? Well, I mean, they still might, I guess. Well, let's see what they do. I can get, oh! I could have bounced their token. Huh. I could have bounced their token. Oh, Expanding Ooze doesn't do it. Okay. They have 2 mana available? I can get a counterspell. Alright, we're good. I'm pretty sure we're good. Oh, I don't have the energy. Oh my gosh. That's brutal. Yeah. Wait, do I have a combat trick? Because they can pay with the spawn. Oh, that's savage. Yeah, that was a mistake. Oh well. Not much I can do. Yeah, that was... I was thinking... I for some reason, I just didn't consider Galvanic Discharge. I was thinking like a 2-mana removal spell. And that got me really good. I should have just played the Copy Crook too. Well, because I thought I could counter something. Ugh. This is super... Yeah, that's really disappointing. I could have won. I mean, I could still win from this spot. I have 2 flyers. So even if they play this, I can still win from this spot. I have no idea what they can play here. Let's block. Man, I guess I should have just played the Waterlog Teachings then, right? I should have just played the Waterlog Teachings. I was going to use it as a counter, but... yeah. What is happening? Oh. Okay. Why did they attack with the ooze? Alright. At least we got them. Whew. But that was definitely some sloppy play. Look, I never claimed to play perfect. Not even close. Our opponent had some powerful Eldrazi stuff, but proof that you can still curve out. You can still curve out, and as long as you make sure you have some answers for the one big thing that they try to play, you can still get there. Assuming they don't have a bunch of Writhing Chrysalisk. Because if they have a bunch of Writhing Chrysalisk, you're dead. You're just dead. Okay. Definitely keeping this. I have a double white card, so I will go ahead and just fetch a Plains with this right away. And then... turn 3 Emissary, probably? Don't want to have to give it Exalted right away. This one just eats energy, so I just don't really like playing it out early. I mean, I don't really like the Electrozoa that much in general, but... huh. That is interesting. I think I still want to be mana efficient and run out the Emissary. But like I said, I don't want to put the Exalted counter on this just yet. Could certainly do it next turn. I could put Exalted counters on both of these creatures. This name sounds familiar. This is somebody I know. I just don't know who it is. If you're watching this video, let me know. Trickster's Elk, okay. Ooh, Emrakul's Messenger is interesting, but I don't have a way to draw multiple cards, so why don't we just go ahead and play the Gargoyle. Make you Exalted. Make you Exalted. And attack. Oh, I could have gone double Exalted, right? Can I do that? Yeah, I could have gotten in for a little more damage, but I didn't want to put like 2 Exalted counters on a creature. It just seems a little too all-in-y. And this only costs 2 energy. Wow, okay. I thought this cost 3 energy to activate. So this is definitely better than I thought it was. So now we can start attacking in the air. Although, wow, they are... I mean, they are representing counter magic. But I feel like I still want to play... Alright, let's play it. I feel like I'm just kind of running into a counterspell. Maybe not. Okay. All the Exalted. I want to save my energy here. Get in for 5. I'm certainly playing the Glasswing Grace. Haven't cast the Glasswing Grace yet, but I promise it's still good. It's still a good Magic card, okay? Now, 1 land and we can draw... We can play Johnny Fells the Godsire if they play something big here to stabilize. And then, alternatively, I can just go Emrakul's Messenger. Thraben Charm. Let's see what they do. I mean, what is this, by the way? I looked up and they have 4 different colors of mana. I know who this person is. Sir Greedalore. I will say this board that I have right now, I bet is extremely annoying to play against, right? It's like, okay, I kill your Gargoyle, take 5 in the air. I kill your Electrozoa, whatever, take 4. Or I play one more thing, make this Exalted, and just keep attacking. Oh, come on! Have some respect for the game. Okay, it's fine. It's fine, everything's fine. What do you got? What do you got? Oh, this might be the Hydra. The Nyxborn Hydra, make it a 7/7. I can still attack for 7 with the Electrozoa. But then the Elk falls off and they still have a... What the heck? Okay, Thraben Charm. It must be Thraben Charm, right? Nope. They just did that one. That was the most underwhelming 5-color deck I've ever played against. They're like, check out my 5 colors of mana, and I am now dead. Alright, and there you have it. It looks like I'm an energy gamer now. We went 7-1, I believe, with red-white energy, and this deck felt much worse. Admittedly, this deck felt much worse than the red-white deck, but we just got there for the most part, and I guess we just kind of got there with the Flyers, and right now I guess people are still discovering all the different archetypes. I don't know what it was, but it just felt like, it just felt like our deck wasn't as good, but we still managed to get there. Emissary of Soulfire was definitely good in that game. I'm still unsure how good this card is in general, but a 3-mana 1/4 that generates you 3 energy is probably just fine by itself. And then the Exalted with Flyers in particular is a nice combination, right? You put it on here, let's say you put Exalted on a bunch of things, you can play offense and defense at the same time because your 1/1 Flyer attacks for 4 or 3 in the air, and then you can still have a bunch of blockers. Hexgold Slith was fantastic. I think this card is just an awesome 2-drop, probably one of the best 2-drops. A monocolor 2-drop at least in the for common in the energy aggro deck. It's just 2-mana 2/1 first strike is really hard to deal with, and it's pretty easy to continue just creating energy, right? If you attack this as a 2-mana 2/1 first strike, they're not going to block, then it's a 3/2. Then you play another energy card, you give this first strike again. If they don't block, it's a 4/3, right? It just keeps growing. So a lot of value for 2 mana. Voltstorm Angel, we never drew, but I know it's great, so I don't have to think about it. Area Auxiliary is just a fantastic top-end creature. This is probably White's best common, so take it highly. And what else did we learn here? Thraben Charm. Thraben Charm overperforms for me. There's a huge difference. Effects like this in the past have usually said deal damage to target creature equal to the number of creatures you have, right? And this is double that. So it doesn't take much to kill something big. And that is a huge knob that turned this from being potentially something that's like a D level card up to a C or a C plus, because in a lot of instances, this is 2 mana deal 2 damage is pretty easy to pull off. But for us, oftentimes it dealt 4 or 6 damage. And 2 mana to deal 6 damage is incredible. Just know that when you play Thraben Charm in your deck, you definitely want to keep your you want to keep your creature count pretty high, and you want to be able to curve out. Like I could have certainly used another 2 here to be able to take full advantage of the Thraben Charm. So that's something to keep out for. But this is definitely moving up in the rankings, and I think it's probably a top 5 white common. So I am going to move it up accordingly here and see where things go. But 7-0 blue-white energy and Eldrazi. Those are the 2 archetypes I really like. I'm going to look into the adapt strategies and maybe some of the affinity strategies. Unclear how good they are, but I've been so far having a lot of fun with all the energy stuff and the Eldrazi stuff. We'll see. We'll try the other stuff, the sacrifice stuff. There's a lot more stuff to figure out, but we'll figure that out in a future video. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Feel free to hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed all of this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, I do have a Patreon channel. The link to the Patreon is in the description below, patreon.com/paulcheon. I believe that the Patreon is going to be one of the best ways for you to up your game, as it gives you access to the Discord channel where there's a ton of people posting all their pictures for their decks, trophies, what's the pick, draft logs, lots of ways to improve your game. So check that out. Additionally, this video is brought to you by heavyplay.com. heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Heavyplay is the place to go for high quality Magic the Gathering accessories. Check them out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.